few days ago, I made a video on Apple Yield from YieldMax ETF. This is the company that provides these high yield covered call synthetic ETFs, and right now they have, of course, Tesla. I've made a video on it. There is ARK ETF, option ETF or income ETF. I made a video on that, and also there's Apple, and there's more coming. And I promise you that whenever once we know more about Apple, because it was just coming soon on their website. So it's finally here, but we're going to, on this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we know so far and when they're going to pay their first dividend. And I dig deeper and I found out. So, if you stick around, you're going to learn a little bit, and we're going to see the trading and what it is. And if it's the first time, just make sure you subscribe. And because if you subscribe, that's the only way you will be able to know whenever there's a news or there's any changes about these ETFs or anything like that. If you're a passive income investor, you have to be aware of what you invest in and what's happening on the market. I know it's hard with your daily schedule. It's busy, right? So you need someone like me who, my job is to make sure that you know what's happening in the market on a daily basis. So just make sure, again, if you like this content, you like it, and also just don't forget to subscribe, because that will guarantee you to know what's happening. Okay, let's go. So the ticker symbol, of course, of this is APLY, and if you go on the website, of course, we have Tesla. I made a video, and I'm gonna put link below on the Tesla and also ARK, and also this video I made pretty much details about how they do covered call and how they generate income on this thing. But today I'm just going to break this news to you that this is actually right now on the market right now, so you can actually buy it. And we've gone through all these on the previous video, the fund overview. We went through this. Of course, it's I can just repeat a little bit. So the YieldMax APL or Apple option income strategy is active managed fund that seek to generate monthly income by selling and writing call option on Apple. But instead of actually buying Apple and selling call on actual stock that they own, they do synthetically. So that's the difference between this type of funds and other type of covered call ETFs. We've seen the SEC yield. Of course, it doesn't exist, about 2%. SEC yield meaning it's just the yield actually the stocks will generate if you were to invest in a company, but because at this point they don't actually invest, so it's just going to be zero. So here is more information. We have the fund name. The fund name is YieldMax AAPL Option Income Strategy ETF, and ticker symbol is APLY. Inception date was just 2 days ago, 4/17/2023, so April 17th. Primary exchange is going to be traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and you can buy it using your broker, like Robinhood or any other brokerage you're buying. Even if you live in Canada, also you can buy it on the Trade or any other institution. Expense ratio we saw last time was 19.99, so close to 1%, but it's not 1%. And NAV ticker symbol is APLY and V. So far has accumulated about just a little bit over $1 million so far. So that's what we know. And then the outstanding share we have there $50,000. The price is about 2020. So we're going to look at the actual price on the live price that it was traded today, and we'll see the fluctuation of the market. We'll look at performance. Of course, it just came yesterday, so there's no performance. When it comes to distribution, there's no distribution, but we're going to look when we anticipate the first distribution is going to be. And when it comes to 10 holdings, of course, it does not hold Apple stocks, as I've mentioned. So what they do is synthetically they're gonna have a lot of cash, and then they invest that cash on treasury. So, and then that it's more of collateral, using the cash that they have, or the bond that the money that invest in short-term and long-term bonds. So I've talked about that. I showed you on the previous video. So I'll leave link below again, and you go in on there, and you will be able to know more details about that. And this is the same strategy that they use for this stock and also Tesla, and there's more to come. So we look. I told you about distribution. When are they going to pay distribution? And then after that, let's check the price first, and then we're going to look at the distribution when we're anticipating the first distribution if you to invest today. So let's go to Yahoo Finance. This is on Yahoo Finance here. It today previous close was 2020, right? It opened about like a $20 right there. You can see. So you can buy this thing for about 2028. You know, as of market today. You know, so tomorrow will be pretty much the same. I don't think it's going to change as much. And you know, asking price, it went to 21. Bid was about 28, so there was like a little bit of spread over there, you know, from 21 to 20. Days range was 20 to 2032, so a 52 week, it was 2010, so that's pretty much what it was, to 2035. We can look at the chart right now. We look at 1 day, it went up. If we look at the 5-day chart, you know, it's still up. So if you invested when it opened, you would have some gain today by today. So that's about it when it comes to that. And this is the news here. YieldMax launch YieldMax Apple option income strategy ETF. When are they going to pay dividends? First of all, on previous video I put that is it 47%. So based on what we know about others that they have, for example, when you look at the Tesla yield, yield about 66%. When we look at ORK, you know, OARK, it pays about 38%. We anticipate in between there's going to be Apple. It's going to be between 30, high 30 to all the way to 50. I don't think it's going to be more 50, 60% because it's not as volatile as Tesla. Because you understand covered call, the more volatile, the more they make money. But I believe Apple is not going to be that. But Apple is very popular stock for option traders. So when are they going to pay dividend if you invest today? And by the way, that Apple, it does pay dividend monthly as well. I think it's on website here. Yeah, it's gonna be monthly. So, and we look at this schedule. This is the schedule for dividends. So because it divided on the 17th, so that means the next dividend we anticipate is gonna be on the declaration date. Is gonna be on the May 15th, and because May 15th is gonna be less. There's only be 28 days, or less than 28 days for since the fund came out. So it's not gonna be exactly 30 days. So I do not anticipate them to be paying dividend on Apple YieldMax or Apple option ETF on the May 15th. So the next dividend payment date is going to be on June 15th. So if you invest today, you are most likely will get your money on June 15th. This is what my anticipation based on the date and based on other ETF whenever they come on the middle of the month. And since if it's not 30 days, they won't be able to pay that dividend. So because of course they won't have made the money yet to pay you. So that's it. So now we know the date. Now we know it's on the market. You know the price. One thing that left is the yield, exactly how much they're going to pay. The yield we don't know so far, is because it's just a new. They're gonna have to come up with the math and calculation. So again, if it's your first time, just make sure you subscribe, and then even if you subscribe, just make sure you hit the bell button. So whenever the yield comes, I will let you know. I've sent an email to them, and I'm sure whenever I learn about this, I will let you know. So if you invest, how much you're going to get. That's it today. Thank you very much for watching this video, and till we meet again. Bye bye.